Hey, welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the polishes that I wore in January. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That lets me know you'd like to see more of these kind of videos here on my channel, and if you're not already subscribed, you should do that too. So these kinds of what I wore videos are some of my absolute favorite to watch. I love them on Gotta Love Polish, Carolina's channel, Nurse Jackie's channel, and some call me Coco. PR is awesome, seeing new releases is great, but revisiting old favorites is really fun too, so I thought I would give it a try. If you're interested in watching these kind of videos, let me know. I'm not sure I'm gonna do them every month, but I would really like to. So I had a great month of polish wearing in January. Altogether, I wore 17 polishes. Yeah, 17 polishes. I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. Granted, a lot of them were combos, and there were a few toppers in there too. By the way, all the polishes, well, except for one, are polishes that I didn't put on my nails for any reason other than I really wanted to. I did not want to include polishes that I swatched because I do swatch a lot, but I put those on because I had to, and these I all put on because I love them and wanted to. Typically in January, just so you know, I love grays, I love dusty blues, and then I also love reds because garnet is the birthstone for January, and I'm a January baby. Let me know if we have the same taste of polishes for January down in the comments. All right, so we're gonna start off with a couple pedicure colors that I wore. I will not be including pictures for the pedicures. No. The first is from Essie. This is Essie Bordeaux. This is my first time wearing Essie Bordeaux. I wore it for about 3 weeks as a pedicure, which is a really long time for me to wear it as a pedicure, but I didn't want to take it off. It was vampy and beautiful. The formula was perfect. It was jelly and squishy, and this one has Essie's newer wide flat brush, so really enjoyed this one as a pedicure. And what I have on as a pedicure now is China Glaze Frostbite. It's a gorgeous shimmery blue. This is actually my first time wearing China Glaze Frostbite. I really enjoyed it, but I think I would enjoy it more as a manicure. For whatever reason, typically for pedicures, I just like warmer tones. Reds, pinks, oranges, you know, bright, warm colors. Alright, so now we're going to get into manicures, and I'm going to share with you some swatch photos that I took of the polishes while I wore them. And I kind of grouped them into 3 categories. First, I'm going to share with you manis that I kind of liked. They were alright. Then I'm going to share with you manis I was not a big fan of. And then last, I'm going to share with you the manis that I was head over heels for. So the first one I'm going to share is from Ethereal Lacquer. It's called Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. It's Capricorn season. I had to wear this month. It has a beautiful teal base with shimmer that shifts from green to gold to copper. It's really beautiful and, for lack of a better word, ethereal. This one I liked okay. All of these first few, I just kind of liked okay. It showed a lot of nail line in 3 coats. I really love the color. I really love the shifting shimmer, but I think I would have been a bigger fan if I would have added a 4th coat. Continuing my theme of polishes that I just had to wear in January, this is Kathleen & Company Garnet. Again, the birthstone for January is garnet. I'm a January baby, so I had to wear this one. I'm not exactly sure why I didn't love this one more. It's got a gorgeous, like, purple-leaning red base with all of these red glitters, hex glitters, and micro glitters, as well as some shifty flakes. In 3 coats that build up to opacity, it was really pretty and vampy, but I don't know. I just didn't love it. This next one is from OPI. It's Alpaca My Bags. I don't know why, but the whole week in between Christmas and New Year's, I was really wanting to wear this specific polish, like a dusty, muted blue with strong gray undertones. It's a classic. I hadn't worn this polish before, actually, and I really wanted to put it on. I liked it. It was really beautiful. I believe my husband's words were, "That's a really cool polish. It looks not that great on you." And I have to agree with him. It's a pretty color. It's not so pretty on me though. So that's OPI Alpaca My Bags. Up next is a polish that I borderline loved. I almost put it in the love category, but it just didn't quite get there for me, but it's close. It's definitely one I want to rewear again. It is Moonshine Mani, The Pursuit of Wealthiness. This one I picked up this summer, and I couldn't wait to put it on as soon as I got it. It's like a beigey, antique-y white base with all of these holographic flakes. You can actually see the rainbow in the hollow, which sometimes with holographic flakes you can't. This one you can. It was like a beautiful palette cleanser. It was exactly what I wanted at the time, and I really enjoyed wearing it. So that's Moonshine Mani, The Pursuit of Wealthiness. And then the last mani that was just kind of okay this month was a combo. On 3 nails I wore Wildflower Lacquer, I Only Have Ice for You. This was from the Sparkle and Shine Advent Calendar this year. And then on 2 nails I wore Cuticula Beyond the Veil, which I had worn this one before, hadn't worn this one before. So I loved Beyond the Veil, and I knew I'd love it because I've worn it before. But the Wildflower Lacquer, I Only Have Ice for You, even though I feel like they looked really pretty together, I just wasn't crazy about this polish. It's a light color, and it was a little bit patchy on the first couple coats. It did even out nicely in 3 coats, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I just wasn't loving this manicure. All right, and then I did have 2 manicures that I just was not loving this month for whatever reason. It makes me sad, but I just have to be honest. So from Cert Colors, Velveteen. This was the 3rd, maybe 4th time I've worn this manicure, and for some reason this time, I did not like it. If you're not familiar with Velveteen, it is a dusty blue borderline gray base, perfect for January, and it's got shimmer that shifts gold to copper to green at extreme angles. I don't know why the shimmer in this, oh, and it's got holographic microflakes. The shimmer in this just looked kind of hazy to me. It didn't pop against that base the way I wanted it to, and I think part of the problem was it had thickened up a little bit. I probably should have added some thinner before I put it on because it took forever to dry. This month I also didn't love wearing Stella Chroma Severus Please. This one is a muted, deeper gray base with shimmer that shifts pink to blue to green to purple. In the bottle, it is so pretty, but on my skin tone, on my nails, I didn't love it. The formula was good, but this kind of dark gray base just doesn't really flatter my skin tone, and the shimmer didn't pop in on the nail as much as I wanted it to. I did end up adding a topper, and I don't know if I took any pictures of this. I totally should have. I added to Stella Chroma Severus Please Tangled Tinsel, which they released in their Vintage Glam Holiday Collection last year, and this topper transformed this mani. I'm convinced I can put this topper over anything and it will make everything better. It's like a silver flaky with holographic sparkle topper, and it just totally amped up this manicure. It was beautiful. Loved these 2 together. All right, now we're gonna get into the manicures that I absolutely love this month. There are a lot. The first one comes from Bluebird Lacquer. It's called Snow On and Snow Forth. This was part of their holiday advent box last year, and I got to swatch that in a live stream, but I didn't actually end up getting to wear it, and I'm so glad I wore it. It's a shattered holographic finish, and you know I love that finish from Bluebird. And it's got shimmer that shifts green to purple at extreme angles. It looks like snow. It looks so perfect and wintry. I absolutely love this mani. New Year's this year, I ended up wearing, for New Year's Day, for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I ended up wearing ILNP The Harpist, which is a flaky foil polish that's gold from ILNP, and it's got holographic in there as well. This one I thought on the nail was absolutely beautiful. I loved the shade of rich bold gold on my skin tone. It was a little bit of a pain to remove. I thought the foils would make it kind of difficult, so I ended up pairing it with a peel off base coat, but then when I tried to peel it off, it just like flaked everywhere and made a huge mess. I probably should have just paired it with a regular base coat, but I still loved it. ILNP The Harpist. Another favorite came from Polished for Days. This one's called Frosty the Snowman. I believe this came from the, November For the Love of Polish box, and it is a beautiful white base with shifting iridescent flakes. This one, I wore it on a super snowy day. We had a ton of those in January, and it just fit the vibe perfectly. So satisfying to wear. All right, 2 more manis. This one, I kind of broke my rule a little bit because I started off with a polish that I did swatch for PR, Bee's Knees Lacquer The Law of Surprise. This was from their Witcher collection that released in January, and it's a beautiful blue to aqua to purple shifting, maybe multi-chrome. It's beautiful. Well, I put it on to swatch as a full mani. I wore it as a full manicure by itself for 2 days, I think, and then I just didn't want to take it off, and it didn't have much tip wear except for on a couple of my nails. So I left it on for the most part. On those 2 nails, I did a couple of accents with Bee's Knees Lacquer I Will Devour All of You, one of my favorite Bee's Knees Lacquer polishes. It is a gray base with shimmer that shifts purple to blue, and it's got holographic flakes. These 2, I don't know that I loved them together, but individually I love them. and because I love them so much, I love them together too. And I thought the two colors would tie together a little bit better if I added a flaky topper on that Bee's Knees Lacquer Law of Surprise. So I added DRK Nails Hollow Glaze. This is just a hollow flaky topper and it is so pretty. I've worn it a couple times actually when I just don't want to take something off. I want to add a little something extra. It's the perfect thing to put on top. This was actually available in Hella Handmade Creations 1 month, so it's not available as far as I know anymore, but Fair Maiden Polish has something kind of similar on their site. If you're looking for a hollow flaky topper, check out Fair Maiden Polishes. I'll link it down below. The last polish that I'm going to share with you in today's video, that I was completely in love with, it is definitely my favorite mani of all of January, is from Ethereal Lacquer. It's called Cassian. I think that's how you say it. This was a Night Court mystery, so originally it released in September of 2021. It might be hard to find, but if you can find it, it'd be worth purchasing if it's at a reasonable price. It is a gorgeous blackened red base with all of these holographic flakies in there. It's beautiful. Sometimes red bases kind of, you know, tone down other elements that you put inside of them, like the holographic flakies don't seem super holographic, but not with this one. They shone so brightly on the nail against this base. It built up to full opacity, I believe, in 2 coats, but I did go in for a 3rd and it was perfect. Honestly, the finish of this one kind of reminds me of Zoya's Shattered Hollow finish. So like the base color is like a blackened version of Blaze, but the holographic is just way better. For all the polishes I wore in January just for fun, let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see more of these videos in the future. I can't promise it's gonna happen, but I can promise to try. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!